Okay, so in this example, I'd like to show changing our query. We could have forgotten something, or maybe the analysis we want to do has changed, or possibly we just want to refine our analysis a little bit. So I'm going to go back to SQVI, and from here then I'm going to go in and just select our analysis that we were working with. Okay, and I'm going to go and click on the change button up here. Okay, and you see I can't change the name of it, but I can change virtually everything else here. I can go change our title, I can add comments in here, version 2, I can change how we output it. I'll just go ahead and leave the list viewer there, okay? And then down here I can go back through our tabs where we built the query, and we'll go over to the data source, and let's say in this changes, we're going to go and we want to add in some item information before we really looked at the header in this analysis. So now we'd like to take that down to the item in the sales order. So you can see I can't change the data source here. I can't go from table join to table or logical database, but I can change my join. So I'm going to come in here and you can see we've got the header business data. Okay, and this contains item information in it as well. And I've got the header data here, VBOC, but I like to add in some item, probably the items, maybe the materials related to it, and other information at the item level I might want to take a look at. Okay, so we're on our screen. I've got VBKD and VBAK here. So VBKD being the business data, which contains header and item in business data information, and then the header information from the sales order itself. So let's say I'd like to add in line item information to take a look at the products like the materials and possibly other item information as well. So we know that's in table of VBAP, VBOP. All I really need to do here is go in and add, the table. It's going to insert it for us. Type it in right there, and it's going to do its best to add in the table and add in that join for us. And you can see it linked up there on document and item. Okay, so we're good. I could consider possibly deleting this link too. If I right click, then I could delete the link. And let's say we manually want to build the join ourselves. Then all you got to do is select the source, right? Okay, and then click down and hold down on the mouse button or the left button and just drag it over to where you want to link it up. Okay, and there we went ahead and we inserted the table, and virtually the same link that we had over here off VBOC. Now we've built that same link off of VBKD. Okay, you can move this around wherever makes sense. And then we've got item here. We've also got item up here. Okay, now I may or may not have information in VBKD at the item level. So if I did, I could drag that in down here and make that link. Since I don't know for sure, I'm going to leave that open right now. If I did drag this over and I linked the items, then in cases where I don't have an item in this table, I'm not going to get that same item down here. So you got to be very careful here building your own links. You might end up missing some information. So you just want to play around with this. You can come in here and build your own, add in your own tables, build your own conditions and links. There may be some cases where I do want to limit it by certain things, across tables. So it's a great way to filter things down. You just want to be careful that you don't over filter things down. Okay. Once you're ready here, you want to check this, make sure everything checks out okay. There we go. It's showing me our join conditions are correct. So we're good. I'm going to green arrow back here now. Okay. And let's go add in some selection fields. So let's say now I know that I've got material in there. Okay, and I can just search on down till, there we go, material number. Let's add that into the selection screen. And let's also say I only want to really look at standard items. So therefore, we're going to need item category over there as well on the selection screen. Sort sequence we could change. I could add something in there. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and add in the item number as well of the sales document, and we can sort on that. So we'll sort by sales and distribution document and then item number in ascending order. Output, okay, so I've got my document number, my item number already. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing. Let's add our product. Material number. We'll add that to the output. Okay. And we don't really need to add the item category in there. That's just more for restricting the selection. So let's add rejection reason in here. Just in case, let's see if I want to take a quick look if any of these items have been rejected. Okay. Then once you're done, we're basically there. I'm going to go ahead and check this real quick to make sure everything's correct. Okay, and yep, all just informational messages. We're good. You can see here, got all this information over here on the made joins, my new table. You can always update things here as well. You can see just the ones that we have checked and selected. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and save this. We can execute here, or I can green arrow back now. Okay, and then run it from this screen too. Okay, and this will be, since it's saved for us, we can leave, come back. Our query has been updated for us, and we can run anytime. We can always come back and change again as well. Okay, so there we can see we've added in our material number, our item category. Okay, and let's just go ahead and run this selection again. As we did before, standard orders. I won't limit it by material just yet, but let's say I just want to limit the item category to standard items. We'll run. You can see it's compiling the report. And there we go. I've got a list of everything here. We show our item number. Doesn't look like any of these have been rejected, which is good. And that's the basic report. You can see the updates. Everything else basically works the same. If we want to kick it out to spreadsheet, anything we need. Eventually, if I keep on running this same report as I add selections to here, I might even want to come back in here and save this as a variant. Great. Saved. Now each time I come back in here and I run this, I don't have to keep on entering my selections. Just put them in there, and that's super helpful if you have a whole lot of selections here. Okay, so let's change everything there. Okay, so that is change query. One other thing I want to show you here real quick is copy. So let's say you wanted different versions of this, differences enough in the versions of your query that you can't manage through variants. You can always come in here and just copy it. Okay. I'll give it a slightly different name. Okay, and there you can see we've got a copy. Virtually everything is going to be the same. Then you can go in and change your copied query, okay? Okay, save it. Everything looks good. Gonna execute it here just to take a look at it, make sure it compiles. You can see it's updating down here. Yep, updating the index, and everything looks good. You can see it's virtually the same thing. But this way, I can come in here to my updated version. I can change the selection screen. I can change the output. It's just an easy way of having different versions without having to maintain a whole lot of different variants. Okay, but it's fairly handy. And that is change on the query. So the best thing on query is if you have access to go in and just build some queries, try different things out, see what works best in your queries, and you get the hang of it. You'll see how much time that you can save. You really can't hurt anything. Say if I come in here and I decide to change my join and I add in something that I don't want, say I add in the contract table. Okay, ooh, there we go. It adds it right in. It built both of those, but whoops, I didn't really want that. Okay, I can just come in here and delete it right out, or just back out and don't save it. So you can change your links, try it out, and just add it back if it doesn't work out for you. You really can't hurt anything in here at all. Okay, so that's query. And you can see how powerful it is, but you can also see too why we started off again, with reviewing the sales order and then reviewing the tables and then reviewing the data model. You really need to be comfortable with all those concepts before you come in here and start doing a whole lot of queries, or you'll end up with some reports that, really aren't that meaningful. Okay, and I do the same thing if I was looking at purchase orders or production or whatever. I'd go review those documents, I'd go review the data models and the table fields, and then come in here and build my queries. So, okay, hopefully the query tool will be real helpful for you.